Hi, Aquarius, and welcome to your timeless monthly relationship profile reading. This is the Dream Medium. So, before we get started on your reading, Aquarius, I just want to apologize. This is my second time filming your reading simply because there was a technical difficulty the first time I recorded it. You guys know the drill. I always shuffle the cards and then I display them to you. So the top three cards represents what happens in the past. Bottom three cards represents what's happening presently. Over here to the side is your future spread. Once we're done talking about your past and your future, we will read past and your present. We will read your future. So starting with your past, you do have the Moon card, the Ace of Cups, and the Nine of Swords. So Aquarius, we're going to have a serious talk here, okay? Because the first card that's in your spread is the Moon card. So this is really telling me that the foundation of this connection is really broken. And, how can you when you build something on a broken foundation, eventually everything will come crumbling down, right? So let's just talk about this Moon card. When I looked at the Moon card, what I really heard for you, Aquarius, is that you and your love interest in the past, you try to work towards a reconciliation. You try to do things differently. I really feel like this time around, it's like you really can't get a break with this person, Aquarius, because every time you feel like you and them are moving towards a change, you and them are reconciling, it's like the second you feel like everything is okay, is the second they will do something to make you think otherwise. It's like you really cannot get a break, huh, Aquarius? Because with the Moon card, I see you and them working towards a reconciliation, trying to do things differently this time around to make the connection or the relationship work. But Aquarius, I have to be very honest with you. The Moon card is saying that you and your love interest want two completely different things. What you want is not what they want, and what they want is not what you want. So there's already an incompatibility here between the two of you, which is why you see these two wolves of different colors. You'll even notice that there's a boundary, there's a pathway separating them, which is saying their perception of this connection is very different from the perception that you have. And so I'm really seeing here that, Aquarius, your love interest really, truly did not want to work on a reconciliation. But for whatsoever reason, they felt pressured, they felt forced to work on this connection with you. Now, the situation is going to be different for many of you. Maybe you have a family with this person and they were only trying to do the right thing. Maybe the two of you share responsibilities and they felt obligated to be with you and to do what's right. But I just can't help to really notice that the Moon card is saying that the two of you were the two of you were just on separate page with each other. In clarity of the Moon card, I did get the Four of Swords that came out when I asked for clarity. And so the Four of Swords is really saying that your person was not 100% transparent with you, Aquarius. They were not following what they really want. They were not following what their heart was really wanting them to do because they were trying to please you and other people. They were simply trying to do the right thing. But look at the situation that you're in now, where you thought that you and them were working towards a change, were working towards a reconciliation, just for them to disappoint you once again, because in the beginning, that is not what they genuinely wanted. The Four of Swords is saying that your person was heavily contemplating on what will please them and what's the right thing to do. You see, with your person here, they were so focused on pleasing you and pleasing other people that they were not focused on what decision will make them happy. Which is why oftentimes I'm seeing in this connection that they will agree to work on this relationship or connection with you just for them to change their mind later on, which is a major red flag that's telling you this is someone who doesn't know what they want, or this is someone who isn't following what their heart really wants, which is why they tend to make a decision with you just for them to, change their mind later on. I really hope that's making sense. In Clarity of the Moon card, the Ace of Pentacles also came out. And so I really see that this person, your love interest Aquarius, made you feel like finally they're changing. Finally, we're getting towards something. We're moving towards a new beginning. We're reconciling. Finally, just for them to disappoint you. It's like every time you think that you and this person, everything will be okay. You feel like, okay, finally, they're willing to work on this and, work with me so that we can be together. And then boom, something happens. Or they do and say something to disappoint you. That is a warning in itself that perhaps the individual that you're dealing with isn't being honest about what they truly want. Next, you have the Ace of Cups. So what is this Ace of Cups all about? Clarify the Ace of Cups. You have the Magician. So what I'm seeing here is that you're dealing with someone who isn't transparent at all about what they're really feeling, because they tell you something and then they do something very differently, which is why, it's that saying that's like, pay attention to what a person does and not really what they say. Pay attention to their actions. You look at this Ace of Cups, and what I'm seeing here, the Ace of Cups, is that your person, Aquarius, they were manifesting something completely different from this connection, which is why they're coming out as the Magician, because there they were making you seem like they're willing to work on this connection and work towards a reconciliation, while deep down in their heart and in their mind, they were manifesting something else. They were looking towards a new beginning somewhere else with someone else, which is why with the Magician here, most of the time, magicians are known to be tricksters, very deceiving. Because while they were with you, making you feel like everything was okay, and I know I keep on repeating myself, but I'm seeing this so clearly, Aquarius. It's like, you've been giving this person countless chances. The two of you have been on and off for so long. One minute you guys are together, the next minute you guys are not. It's a cycle, a very toxic cycle. And you guys know I don't like cycles, because cycles represent stagnation. Cycles represents time being wasted. Cycles represents that there's a lesson that you are choosing to not learn. You constantly want to reunite with this person. You constantly want to work towards a reconciliation with them, just for them to not completely give you what you want, which is a serious commitment. With the Ace of Cups, as a reader, I'm so shocked, because your person, Aquarius, was really manifesting a new beginning. But somehow they felt obligated. They were trying to force themselves to do the right thing. But the heart wants what it wants. And if they were not sincerely being fulfilled in this connection, then it's best to just move forward instead of leading you on and misleading you to believe that they truly wanted this when they know that their heart was with someone else or somewhere else. You have the Magician here. The Magician, I'm really getting visual. I'm getting visuals of what this person and you have gone through, what they have done to you. There are times where the two of you will be physically together, spending time with each other, but you know that they're distant, they're cold. That's because while they're physically with you, their mind is with someone else. They're thinking about something else. You can feel that distance. Even though the two of you are physically together, you can feel that detachment from them. Because they were wanting something else, but they were trying to do the right thing by working on this with you. Let's talk about the Nine of Swords. Clarify. Ooh, Nine of Swords. The Hermit. So I am seeing that very soon after the two of you chose to reunite and work on this, things didn't last long. It's like right after the two of you discussed this and tried to move towards a reconciliation and make changes to make this connection work, they changed their mind. The reunion did not last very long. Because the Nine of Swords is telling me that they were so conflicted. This is mental torment. Because they were forcing themselves to do the exact opposite of what their heart really wanted. So the Nine of Swords is really them being punished for going against what their heart wants. In clarity of the Nine of Swords, you have the Hermit. So the Hermit is isolation, like a hermit crab. Not expressing how they feel, not talking to people about this, not being transparent about what they really wanted. This is the worst feeling ever. Feeling trapped in a situation that you're not getting any fulfillment from, but doing absolutely nothing to get yourself out of that situation. Because you're dealing with an individual who is easily influenced by others and who cares more about making other people happy, but not themselves. Let's talk about this present spread. What's happening currently between you and them? So you have the Death card, you have the Six of Wands, you have the Page of Swords. Clarify the Death. The Tower. So what in the world is happening presently? What is happening presently? The Death card is a very straightforward card. It's exactly what it says it is. The Death card is an ending to something. Sometimes the Death card can even represent an ending to one thing, ending something from your past and beginning something new. In clarity of the Death card, you have the Tower card. So I do feel like very recently, or this will happen very soon, that this person will come clean and tell you what they really want. And what they will tell you will not please you. It will hurt you. Because you'll realize that perhaps the feelings just isn't mutual anymore. They will be very transparent with you because they have been tormented to be honest with you. And if they're not honest with you, this Nine of Swords will be them for a very long time. This will be them dying inside because they're doing the opposite of what they really want. And so they will be forced to end this with you and to tell you why. And that's where the Tower moment is really things being exposed. But I do feel like for a long time you were aware of this. The Tower moment happens in our lives when something has been hidden from us or when we have been choosing to ignore the truth. Next, you have the Six of Wands. Ace of Wands. I do see your love interest. They're not only going to be vulnerable and honest with you, but I do see, yes, there's going to be a major disagreement with this Tower card. There's going to be a lot of fighting. And I do see you trying to stop them from moving forward without you, because that's what you have done in the past. And you can point all the fingers at them. You can blame them for everything. But I just feel like deep down, you had an idea of how this person was really feeling. So the Six of Wands is saying that this person is willing to fight for what they want. So as much as their decision will upset you, as much fight as you will have with this person to stop them from moving forward, it won't work. It won't keep them from moving forward. You also have the Ace of Wands. Let's get more information on this Ace of Wands. Seven of Cups. So I do see this person does have options, and they have a lot of decisions to make. Okay? They do have other potential suitors. There's someone else that they are focused on moving towards. And this Page of Swords confirms it, because I still feel like they're not over someone from their past. I always say the Page of Swords is a person who's having a hard time moving on. You have the Lovers. They're going to go back to someone from their past because they believe that that is their soulmate. The Lovers represents a soulmate connection. Now, there are many forms of soulmates. Just because someone is your soulmate doesn't mean that they are your lifetime partner. Okay? But that is why they just can't seem to move on from this other person. And they tried to make it work with you, but they were going through so much confliction. Wow. So let's see what's going to happen in your future. Okay. So seeing here for your future spread, you do have the Six of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Nine of Wands, right? So let's clarify the Six of Cups. Give me one more clarity for the Six of Cups. Queen of Swords. Clarify the Hierophant. Ooh. Page of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. Temperance. Give me one. Clarify the Three of Cups. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So starting with the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is a card that represents a reunion. It's all about the past, reminiscing about someone in your past, wanting a reunion, wanting to reconcile. In clarity of the Six of Cups, you do have the Strength, and you have the Queen of Swords. So I'm more so picking up on your love interest, Aquarius. So with the Strength card here, this is really you accepting what you have been fearing. you accepting the truth in this situation, because for a lot of you guys, I'm not saying every one of my Aquarius who are watching this video, but I'm saying for most of you guys with the Strength card here, I do feel like deep down you had some sort of inkling of this person dealing with someone else, or this person having a hard time letting go of another person. And you feared the day that they would choose the other person over you. And so the Strength card is really you just accepting the truth in the situation and confronting it. Because with the Six of Cups, you will find out that this person will be reuniting with this someone else. And you're not going to be pleased. I mean, obviously, with the Queen of Swords, you're not going to be pleased with that. You're going to be very defensive. You're going to be very hurt. And those feelings are valid. But the Strength card is saying that this is something that you will be able to overcome. So with the Hierophant being the next card in your future spread, people go to the Hierophant to seek advice. In clarity of the Hierophant, you do have the Page of Pentacles. Unfortunately, I still see you very much holding on to this individual, Aquarius. I do. So much to the point where I see you trying to seek guidance from other people, whether this is you persuading your love interest to go to therapy with you, asking other people to involve themselves in this situation, to get your love interest to stay with you. Now, a lot of you guys have families with them. A lot of you guys have responsibilities with them. So I see why you're so determined to make this work. But it takes two to make a relationship. And if the effort is just from your end, and you're dealing with someone who doesn't want the same thing as you, what more can you really do, Aquarius? It is something that is out of your control. And so with the Page of Pentacles, I still see you being very determined to reconcile with this individual. Even here with the Nine of Pentacles, I do feel like the majority of you do have a family with them, or it could just be the history that you're holding on to. The fact that the two of you have been through so much over the years. But this is you still holding on to the potential. And I always warn people, and I say that potential is not guaranteed. Just because someone has the potential to be your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your partner, doesn't mean that that's the kind of partner that they're going to be with you. Next, you have the Nine of Wands being clarified by the Three of Cups. So really what I'm seeing with the Three of Cups is that you will put yourself in a situation where you will still be sort of investing so much of your time into this person's life, because you'll still be fighting to get the outcome that you want with them. But it's going to be a struggle for you, because if you're not careful, you will end up putting yourself in a third-party situation where they might be okay with just being friends with you while being in a relationship with someone else. In clarity of the Nine of Wands, the Temperance card came out. So this is, you know, I don't take reversals, but seeing the surrounding cards, especially the fact that the Four of Cups came out after, is really saying that you will have such a hard time releasing this person and letting them be with someone else, that you might put yourself in a situation where you will settle for just being friends with them while having feelings for them and while knowing that they're in a relationship with someone else. So there's going to be an imbalance here, because it's going to be an unrequited love situation, especially with the Four of Cups, which represents rejection, feeling rejected. So, Aquarius, I really hope, and I know that this reading was not very positive, but I do hope that this sort of helps you get a better insight on what's really happening in this situation. Please remember that this is a general reading, so please only take what resonates and leave what does not. Do not take a general reading as if it is a personal reading. If you would like a private reading where I will pull out these cards, if you want a specific reading about this, if you want this specific relationship profile reading, you're more than welcome to get it. Once you visit my website, the link is in the description box. You'll see I offer a variety of private readings of all prices. I also offer this relationship profile reading as a private reading. So, Aquarius, I just want to thank you so much for your support. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe to support my channel. Once again, I really hope that this reading helped you. This is a general reading though, so you are, it's eventually all up to you and what you're going to do about this situation. Okay? So Aquarius, thank you guys so much. I wish you the best and you guys have a great day.